Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. And if you watch the channel regularly, you might have noticed that we went on a Midwest road tour recently. Just exceptional, going through Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, shooting with, in my opinion, some of the biggest and best builders in the entire world. Hands down, zero questions asked. And if you watch those episodes, you probably noticed at the beginning and the end, I was pulling up and leaving in a really super cool square body pickup truck. So we're gonna give you a real overview look at what that truck is, because it might look like a simple $10, $15, maybe $20,000 truck. Trust me when I tell you it's considerably more than that, not just on the price tag, but on what went into it. So what the Roadster Shop guys have done is created this series of trucks they're calling their Legend Series. And the concept is they take a simple K10 or C10 and they do their Roadster Shop treatment to it, the Legends truck. And the one that you see in the video that I was driving is one of their test mules owned by Jeremy from Roadster Shop.
Anything you hit with this truck, you're going straight through it. You know? That's how fucking badass this truck is. Through it or over it.
When I was driving it, I want to say it had somewhere in the neighborhood of 37,000 miles on it. So it's definitely a driver. And in the time that I was driving it on the Midwest road tour, I think I must have put about 11 or 1,200 miles on that truck. Zero questions, other than putting gas in the thing. It was drive it, just drive it.
Yeah, I'm driving the truck today like I do every day, in the rain like I do every other day.
I don't have to worry about all that crap, just get in it and go. I think that's what most of our customers are wanting. They want an old truck they can just get in and go and not worry about all the nuances and pain in the ass that you sometimes have to deal with a hot rod. So,
not a lot of guys legitimately use it as a daily year-round car, and this, I feel like, satisfies that next market. It's what can you drive that's a classic car is full-blown daily driver, rain, snow, sun, whenever.
And the beauty I thought of it was that pretty much everywhere you pulled up, nobody even looked at it. So the platform for this one is available anywhere from 73 to 80 for the K10, C10 square body truck. So they get a pretty good looking truck. Doesn't need paint and body, it doesn't look perfect, it's not fit and finished beautiful, but it's fine. Then they go and put a Roadster Shop chassis underneath the truck. They've developed shocks with Fox, so it has Fox all around, coilovers up front. Out back you got leaf springs with Fox adjustable shocks as well. So you got a really nice platform. So brakes are from a GM or a Chevy Silverado pickup truck, discs front and rear on it. You've got an independent front suspension on it from GM as well. I love on this one that, you know, rather than going with the lowered look, which I really dig that look, I kept thinking as I was driving this truck, what a joy this would be to have where I live here in LA, where our roads are horrible between potholes and cracks and dips and you name it. That truck, you can roll over anything. Those 35s are perfect size. The simple wheel on it. I mean, the truck really does look like just a simple truck with a little bit of lift on it and a bigger tire. Under the hood, you've got a supercharged LT4 in there, untouched, making 650 horsepower. The blower whine on the thing is exceptional. You hear the blower so good on that truck. So you got 650 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque matched up. You got the 8-speed auto mated to that, which is just perfect. I mean, the way it's tuned, the truck just shifts exactly like you would want. It downshifts, it upshifts when you would want. I'm telling you, flawless driving, and I literally put over 1,000 miles on this truck over the course of 6 days. So I have a really good understanding of what they built. I also like that as I got inside, you know, you're looking at a very basic interior. It's pretty much the interior that came with that truck, even a crack in the dash, the bench seat with the Mexican blanket on the base of the seat as the cover. You know, again, I think about it being here in LA, most people wouldn't even notice that truck. I could park it and leave it unlocked like I did most everywhere we drove this truck. So, and that's their concept with the Legends trucks, is rather than doing what Roadster Shop has been known for doing for so many years, of these fit and finish, beautiful, beautiful works of art that mechanically also work. Their focus here is a lot like their Survivor series. Let's have it a classic looking vehicle. Let's not go make it all pretty where you're not going to want to use it at all. You're going to be very careful about where you take it and when you take it. I mean, I drove this thing through rain. I mean, you can imagine out in the Midwest, you can imagine how many times we hit some pretty heavy rains out there. Cruising right along. I asked Jeremy up front before I took it for the drive, do I need to know anything about the truck? He said, yeah, when the road's wet, the tires will spin real easily, which is very true at that kind of horsepower range on it. But I loved the simplicity of driving in it, and I thought with that bench seat I might be annoyed by it. It was just wonderful. I mean, me at 5'11" fit in there comfortably, cruised along, you know, and you got everything you need, including, you can't even tell, there's just a little kicker box on there, Bluetooth setup. They put really great audio in the truck. So the truck was just a joy to drive. Everything works properly on it. Plus, something I left out is it is push button 4x4. On the fly, you can go into 4-wheel high. I think you have to be under 15 or 20 miles an hour to go 4-wheel low on it. The rack and pinion up front, perfect. Truck turns effortlessly.
And on a day like today, I mean, we're approaching winter, but the coolest thing about this is now we're in 4-wheel drive. Turn that knob, 4-wheel drive on the fly. We've got a transfer case control module that we work closely with an electronics company to develop. So LT platforms, LT1, LT4, 8L90, HD transfer case, independent front GM suspension, and you're in 4-wheel drive, out of 4-wheel drive. You're not yanking sticks, you're not getting out and locking hubs. Such a simple, usable truck.
I did ask the Roadster Shop guys, because I'm genuinely interested, and at some point in the next couple years I could see having one of these. What is the price point and what is the timeline on one of these? So you bring them a C10, a K10, and you want them to do this, what they did with this test mule. By the way, the test mule is called Pale Rider. Perfect with the color of this truck. You're looking at about, give or take, about $250,000, and it's going to take right around about 1.5 to 2 years to get a truck. Now, I know a lot of you guys go, well, that's a lot of money. That's why I don't have one right now, because if it wasn't a lot of money, I would have one. But the reason I say for what you're getting, it's actually, in my opinion, it's a very, very fair price. For one, you're getting the Roadster Shop company and name behind it, which has value to it, and it certainly has been proven to work over and over and over again. There's a lot of value in that, in my opinion. You're also getting something you can simply drive down the road in any weather and you don't have to think about it. Everything works on it. They use a lot of GM OE parts on this, so at any dealership you could literally pull in. If you had an O2 sensor go on your LT4, you'd probably be able to pull in and get an O2 sensor. They're very smart about what they build. When you add up the simple total of the parts from chassis, brakes, engine, transmission, putting it all together, yada, 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 you get it. It just adds up, you guys. But in the end, I mean, of the whole week of shooting out there, and we shot some extraordinary vehicles, but when I came back, I was thinking, man, if I could take any one of those vehicles that I was going to use on a regular basis, it would probably have to be that Legends truck, because it does everything so well, and it's not a once-in-a-while driver. That's something Jeremy from Roadster Shop drives daily in Illinois. Snow, rain, hot, cold, doesn't matter, drives it, and it works. So I thought it'd be fun to just jump in here, you guys, because I know there was a lot of comments wanting to know more about that square body I was driving throughout the Midwest Road Tour. And I legitimately drove that from Roadster Shop to Ring Brothers to BBT Fab to Rad Rides by Troy to Z-Rods and Customs, all the way to Indianapolis to the Horizon guys. And then we had to get it back to the Roadster Shop guys in Illinois before we flew out the next day. This, by far, is one of the coolest things I've ever driven, and it could be daily driven, and I'm open to donations if you guys want to help me get a Legends truck. Now, I'm just joking, man. But anyways, That's it for this one. I thought it'd be fun to give you guys a whole what this truck was. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and as always, a big thanks for hanging and watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, man, later.